Hello, Royal Affairs family. This is Roy, and I'm one of your guides in Royal Affairs, where we show you affairs done right. First of all, let me say thank you for joining me here today, and thank you for all the time and commitment that you've made to watching our videos, commenting on our videos, and just letting us know that you're here for us and that we've been a resource to you. So, in case you didn't know, and if you're a first time listener or guest, this channel is dedicated to Yolanda and I sharing our story, which is in the aftermath of infidelity and our journey to infuse both the love of travel and the opportunity for us to share our story with others in hopes that it helps you as well, whether that be after infidelity or any major breach of trust. So feel free to tag along with us. We're not therapists, we're not relationship gurus, but we would like to share with you what has helped us during our journey. So just think of us as auntie, uncle, brother, sister, cousin, them, just kind of sharing our story with you. So, what do we want to talk about this month? So, this month we're actually talking about traveling requiring compromise. And actually, Yolanda has done her video, and we'll post a link to that so that you can review the playlist, the intro, her perspective, my perspective, and then stay tuned as well because the following week we'll give a recap in case you missed any of our content. All right. So, let's get right down to it. Traveling requiring compromise. So, the big thing about traveling and having teamwork and a bit of compromise is I'm going to use two cliche, quotes that we've heard 1,001 times. So, the first one is, "There's no I in team." And we've heard that before, but let me break it down this way. I'll say it this way. You gave up 100% of what you wanted to do 100% of the time when you said with 100% accuracy, "I do." So what does that mean? So that means that you've decided to live with a partner, and in order for that relationship to be a meaningful one for the both of you, it's going to require a little bit of compromise. I can't have everything that I want all of the time. That would deprive Yolanda of the opportunity to have what she wants. And we don't want to be in a space where we're depriving our life partner with their needs and feelings and wants and desires. So it requires a bit of sacrifice, like giving up of yourself for that other person. When you said in sickness and in health, to death do us part, there's also components of giving up of yourself so that the two of you can enjoy it. Now, that's not to say that you give up your identity, but the hope is that you bring your whole self and she brings her whole self into the conversation around, hey, what do we want to do in our next travel adventure? What types of things do we want to do? Here's what I like to do. And hopefully the two of you have had those conversations where it's pretty clear what you like to do and what she likes to do. And even if that's evolved over time, there may be an opportunity for you to express, well, hey, in times past, I really liked just, laying back on the beach. But you know what? Life is short. I want to do something maybe a little bit more adventurous. So you do have the opportunity to share what you would like to do and use those I phrases. Hey, I would like to do X, Y, and Z. I really think this might be something that helps us in our next travel adventure, whether it be a travel adventure or conversations that you'd like to cover, topics that you'd like to uncover on your next travel adventure. So, and just remember, there's no I in team, but that does not necessarily negate the opportunity for you to share what's important to you. Because, number two, ultimately, here's the second cliche, teamwork makes the dream work, right? So, the opportunity for you guys to kind of pull together and really think about, wow, after the aftermath of what we've been through, there is an opportunity for us to dream. If there's been a significant breach of trust, or in me and Yolanda's case, after infidelity, man, it may seem like your world has came crashing down, but over time, you've had the opportunity to go through counseling. You've had the opportunity to pray together. You've had the opportunity for people to pray over you as well. But you're trying to figure out, well, how do we make this dream work? Because you want to be able to dream again. And here's where you share what is important in you guys' dreams together. So we talked about, hey, here are some of the items that I would like to do. And then you bring both of those I's together and think about, well, what is it that we want to accomplish? What does a successful, fruitful, thriving, not just surviving relationship looks like? What did we have in mind when we first came together? What did we dream about? Where were our goals and pursuits? And how can we now use the skills and the techniques that we have to overcome the aftermath of a pretty significant event? But now we're building on something, right? We're being intentional about the things that we want to accomplish. And so using travel as a way to kind of bring those ideas together. And we're here to help. So come along and travel with us as you look to make your dreams a reality together. And then the last thing that I'll say is that while you're sharing your I phrases, the two of you are coming together and talking about what do your dreams actually look like, and bringing those ideas together, because teamwork makes the dream work. The last piece is around compromise. And typically, sometimes that may seem like a dirty word. You're giving up on your standards or your ideals. But in this particular case, we're looking at compromise as being the aspect where the I and we come together and there's a negotiation. You'll find yourself building on events, activities that include or exclude the things that you like or don't like. And sometimes it's not always the intentional before, right? So think of it in this regard. So sometimes compromise may be, and this is what happens with Yolanda and I. So if we're going to go on a vacation, we'll start from the very beginning. What hotel are we going to stay in if we're going on a cruise? I'll use that particular context. Where do we want to stay the night before? What airline do we want to travel on? Where do we want to sit? When we get to the hotel, what do we want to do? On the cruise, do we want to have late dinner? Do we want to have early dinner? What types of activities do we want to do? Because each cruise is different. Each travel adventure is different, and we want to be a couple that kind of grows, right? So just because we did it last time may not necessarily be the fact that we do it the same way each and every time. So just carry that forward all the way through planning, the pre-planning for a travel adventure, and compromising kind of as you go along with each one of those elements, talking about the I, talking about the we, and then where do you guys come together. And let me know in the comments if you think that compromise in pre-planning is easier or harder than this B part. This B part is being willing to compromise in the moment, right? So this is the the harder part, right? So in the event that when Yolanda and I were going to, we were on the Roy Caribbean, and we were gonna do do karaoke. So we got there, and it was like, well, who's gonna go first? Well, do you want to sing first? Do you want to sing first? Well, they don't really have all of the songs that we like. Do we leave or do we stay? And we were making the compromises kind of in the moment, and it ended up being a very funny event, and we had a great time. But it caused, what was necessary was compromising in the moment and kind of being flexible in the moment. And that might need to be a hat that you bring along with you, is the ability to compromise in the moment. And I'll wrap this up. The last part of compromise sometimes may require you to do 100% of the way that she wants to do it, and 100% of the way that he wants to do it, right? And why do I say that? I say that because sometimes giving all in for the other person is that level of sacrifice that's needed. In the event that it is something that they truly wanted to do and had their heart kind of set on it, and they've been thinking about this for a long time. Do you have it within yourself to give that person the experience that they're looking for? I remember we were going to a Dallas Cowboys game, and I'm recently moved to Dallas, and Yolanda, she is my recreational partner, and so over the years we've kind of grown into that particular space, and I wanted to go to a Dallas Cowboys game, but the tickets were pretty expensive, and we ended up, when I say we were in the nosebleed, we were in the nosebleed, like right behind us was the wall, so there was nothing else behind us but the wall, and then everything else in front of us. And Yolanda was a true sport about it. It was something that I wanted to do. She's not necessarily a Cowboys fan. She's not necessarily a football fan. Well, if it's the Chicago Bears, or if it's basketball, if it's the Chicago Bulls, she'll root for the home team. But she came along with me, and we ended up having a great time. But she was like, "Baby boy, this is all for you. I'll come along with you, and if this is the event that you want to participate in, hey, I'm there with you." Just think of those instances as well, where you can give all in to the other person, and that might be the form of compromise. So there's compromise in pre-planning, there's compromise kind of in the moment, and then sometimes there's the all in. So hopefully those particular aspects of traveling requiring teamwork and compromise were helpful to you. So if you like the content that you're hearing, be sure to hit that like button. And if you would like to hear more and be notified when these videos do drop, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you don't miss out on a thing. So tune in next week. We will have a recap just in case you missed any of the amazing content here. And be sure to tell a friend about us. Roy Affairs, where we're your guys in showing you how to do affairs done right. Until next time, see ya.